Hello again and welcome to Letter from England, broadcasting for AC Press and the Spanish Evangelical Alliance. News has come this week that the Anglican Church in Spain is to ask permission to exhume the mortal remains of Atilano Coco, a Protestant minister executed by firing squad on the orders of General Franco in Salamanca in 1936. Coco was a friend of the philosopher Miguel de Unamuno. He was also a Mason and a minister in the Anglican Church. Born in Zamora in 1902, he worked in Murcia before moving to Salamanca in 1929, where he taught in the Protestant school alongside the Anglican Church there, and also ministered in the neighbouring church. However, after the nationalists had come to power in the area, he was arrested and imprisoned, both for his political and religious beliefs. His wife asked Unamuno, the famous philosopher, to mediate on her husband's behalf, and also asked the local Catholic bishop to intervene. But nothing could prevent the nationalists from taking him and two other prisoners to a hillside some miles outside Salamanca on the night of December the 8th, 1936, and where they were all shot. According to a relative of one of the victims, the three men executed by Franco's regime were buried together in Zamora. The sons of one of them went and dug up their father's body to give him a decent burial, and at the time saw that there were more bodies buried there. More recently, this information was passed to a newspaper that got in touch with the Anglican Bishop of Madrid, Carlos López, who is interested in giving Coco a dignified burial as well. He says, "We had an idea that this was the situation, and now that it's been confirmed, we are going to try and exhume his remains." Coco was the only Protestant pastor left in Salamanca at the outbreak of the Civil War, which is where Franco established his headquarters after assuming the leadership of the nationalist side. 73 years on from the execution, López has spoken to people old enough to remember the exact spot where the bodies were deposited. And he says if the council gives permission, we will excavate the remains in the spring. And if all proceeds to plan, Coco will be buried in the Anglican Centre, opened in Salamanca in 2005, in his memory. A full biography of the fascinating life and death of Atilano Coco will appear in next week's AC Press Bulletin. But it's interesting to stop just for a moment and consider whether really this is a worthwhile exercise. Certainly one can understand the desire to give Coco a dignified memorial, to give thanks for his life and his witness, and to remember his tragic death. Whether actually exhuming his remains is the right way to go about that, though, is less certain. One wonders if this is motivated by the existence of the centre in Salamanca in his memory and the desire to bury his remains there, or whether the family itself have asked or for the remains to be exhumed. Either way, as a pastor myself, I think I would let sleeping pastors lie. Thank you for listening to Letter from England, broadcasting for AC Press and the Spanish Evangelical Alliance. Goodbye.